Great. Once again, promotion aptitude test candidate, you're most welcome, and God bless you for coming all the time to learn something for the promotion aptitude test. Um, we have been out for some few days, and we are back again with another mind-blowing tutorials that will help us pass our promotion aptitude test. And let me use this opportunity to thank each and everyone for your support, your likes, your subscription. Now the group is growing, or the channel is growing massively through your support. Then I would like to take this opportunity to remind you once again all the time we need support to bring you these tutorials all the time. It is a massive data that we use, and especially bringing you a complete package of about an hour or half an hour tutorials, and we need your support. So you can also contribute your support through the Momo line that we have given out. It is on the screen. You can also support these tutorials for us to bring you all the time. It's important that you support it. I hope what we have been doing is actually beneficial to most of our fans, and we need your support. If you can hear me, let me hear you from the comment section. Let me hear you from the comment section. If you can hear me, write yes in the comment section, or write something in the comment section that you can hear me loud and clear, so that we can proceed with today's lesson. Today we are going to look at some of the basic things that we are supposed to be overcoming in the aptitude tests, but still, yes, Georgina Ofori, that she can hear me loud and clear. Georgina, thank you so much. Let me bring her comment. Let me show her comment. Georgina can hear me live, loud and clear. So thank you, Georgina. Um, so we are so much hard in, especially data aspects. We usually use a lot of data when we need your support to help us continue with these promotion tutorials. Please share with others to also come and join us, or inform others to come and join us. Today we are looking about true or false questions. These are the cheapest questions that we usually don't pass from them. And most of the times, let me give you some clues from the true or false questions. Most of them are questions that are picked from, or most of the true or false questions are coming from the already existing questions that you have gone through till you get to the true or false question area. So anytime you are dealing with, always take note of the things that you start from number one up to the time that you'll be answering the true or false questions. You may get knowledge from it to answer the true or false questions. It's very important. So always take a clue from the number one up to where you are going to answer the true or false questions, and you get a clue. You get false questions is that we look at motion aptitude test. And the cheapest area to pass a promotion aptitude test is your true or false questions. So if you take the true or false questions seriously, you pass and pass. Most of the times they are very cheap. They are very cheap. So not wasting much time, let's set the ball rolling and look at some of the true or false questions that we need to be conversant with them before we um, go and write our promotion aptitude test. Very important. Like this video. Then if you're a new person, don't forget to subscribe and also support us. It is important. Let me good. The Momo line is just on the screen. You can also support us. Others have supported. So let's start today's lesson. I'm saying we are dealing with true or false questions. These are cheap questions that you need to be passing. They are not very difficult. And if you go through, you pass. So the District Education Oversight Committee is a structure to facilitate community participation in education. True or false? True or false? If you know the answer, write it in the comment section now. Today, I'm going to be um, engaging you with the questions. So when I mention the question, you also state the answer there. The District Education Oversight Committee is a structure to facilitate community participation in education. True or false? Is it true or false? If it is true, write true. If it is false, write false. And let's see. And let me take about two persons. Can I get someone to answer this question? Or if nobody, so the answer is true. The the duke or the muke is the municipal or the district body that help to engage the community in the participation of education system. So it is much of importance. So the duke or the muke is a body that facilitate community engagement in education, community participation in the structure of education. So the DIOC is the district body that engages um, participation of the community in educational system. So have it in mind when you are going to write your promotion exams, you see. So the capitation grant was introduced in a basic education to remove fees as barrier to access to education. True or false? The answer is true. It was introduced purposely to encourage parents to send their ward to school, remove all barriers, financial barriers, and any fee that is collected at the basic level so that parents who are poor or parents who are not financially sound will send their wards to school without paying. And through this, parents are also taking advantage of not helping their wards in a way is something small that they need to contribute to their walls to come to school. They just neglect everything on the hands of the government and it doesn't augur well. So the capitation grant was introduced in basic education to remove fees at the barrier to the access to education. So the answer there is true and you must take note of this when you are going to write your promotion aptitude test. So one of the objectives of the 2008 educational reforms programs is to enhance education sector management and budgeting procedures. It is very true. It is true that the 2008 educational reform brought about a holistic um, change in the educational system and is really one of the reform that has changed the entire system of education. So one of the objectives of the 2008 educational reform program is to enhance educational or education sector management and budgeting procedures. So that was one of the functions. So this one is true. So have it in mind. Today I said we are dealing with the true or false questions areas that will help us pass our exams easily. So, and an attitude of a good governance in um, GES is non-delegation of management control of institution. This question is false. In GES, everything is decentralized, right from the headquarters down to the school level. Everything is decentralized. It is a delegatory delegation of management from the headquarters to um, the school level. That's why we have decentralized educational system in Ghana. Every level of power is being delegated right from the headquarters or right from the national level to the regional level to the district level and to the school level. Every power is being delegated. So that is why it is most important to know. So an attitude of a good governance in GS is a non-delegation of management control of the institution. The answer is completely false. It is not a non-delegation of management. It is a delegation of management. So have it in mind. Now let's look at this question too. The core function of Ghana Education Service is to formulate, approve, structure, and content of education in the country. Is it a function of GS to formulate, approve, structure, and content of education in Ghana? If it is true, write true. If it's false, what is the correct answer here to write? The question says the core function of Ghana Education Service is to formulate, approve, structure, and content of education in Ghana. True or false? Is it true or false? Write it in the comment section. I said today I would like to engage you so much. Is it true or false? Someone is saying Sandra. Safo is saying false. Yes. Someone. Who else? Yeah. Anthony is also saying false. Then Seth is also saying false. The answer is false because Ghana Education Service main focus is to implement, approve um, policies and programs or courses in the pre-tertiary education. So what it does not do is formulation of approved structure and content of education in Ghana. So the answer is false. The answer is completely false. GS does not formulate policies or does not formulate, approve, structure, and content of education. What it does is it implements the structure and the content of education being formulated by the Ministry of Education. So the Ministry of Education is the formulator of approved national policies concerning the structure, the content of education. That is the work of the Ministry of Education. Now let's look at this question. The Ghana Education Service Act 2008. Ghana Education Service Act 2008. What is the act? Write the act in the comment section now for me. Can I get somebody who will give us the correct answer? The act of the 2008 educational reform. Can somebody quote the act for me in the comment section? Quote the act for me. What is the act that governed or that brought about the educational reforms in 2008? Yes. Let's see about few people in the comment section Yes, someone is saying Act 778. You are correct. That is Act 778. Good. Grace Bankers. Okay. So the Ghana Education Service Act 2008, Act 778 is the acts that currently govern Ghana Education Service, true or false? This one is false. It's completely false. The current acts that governed the Ghana Education Service now is Act 1049, the Pre-Tertiary Education Act. The Pre-Tertiary Education Act, Act 1049. The Pre-Tertiary Education Act, the current education act that govern the Ghana Education Service is Pre-Tertiary Education Act 2020, Act 1049. So have it in mind. So that this Act 778 is not a current educational act that govern Ghana Education Service. No, it is completely false. Now let's look at this question again. Um, uh, my computer is trying to misbehave. Okay, let's go through this question. So give teachers the authority and responsibility to apply their own professional knowledge to making decision to their area of responsibility is an important aspect of collegiality, true or false? So teachers in Ghana Education Service the opportunity, responsibility, or authority to apply their own professional knowledge to making decisions to their own area of responsibility is an important aspect of collegiality. So is where case the whole staff come together, share ideas as a team, then um, try to develop themselves as colleagues, try to team themselves as colleagues to work towards knowledge and helping the institution to move forward. So anytime someone is given responsibilities um, to to act or authority to act, they develop their own professional knowledge. At the same time, responsibility of um, their members to help the institution to move forward. So the answer is very true. Now, let's look at this question. The teachers survey is not an effective process for collecting data about institutional and instructional and organizational effectiveness, true or false? The teacher survey is not an effective process for collecting data about the instructional and the organizational effectiveness. The answer is false. In every school, organization, or institution, teacher survey is much important. um, Data is being taken about teachers, then research and analysis is being taken. So it is very important for teacher survey to be taken to help to improve the instruction and the organizational effectiveness. So it is much of importance that you know. Please like this video and subscribe. Click on the subscribe button and subscribe. When you finish, the support line is there. Try and contribute your own. Try and support us so that we will move forward. It is for us to bring you the tutorials all the time. Now let's look at this question that we may come and face in the promotion aptitude test. So non-referent tests cannot be used to improve instruction. This one is completely false. So the non-reference tests can be used to improve instruction. It is more or less like a formative assessment in Ghana Education Service that helps to improve the learning processes in the schools that we are have been teaching. So non-referent test is and is a test that we use to improve the instruction as compared to the criterion reference test that is done at the end of the course or at the end of the year or at the end of the semester. That one is based on measuring the test or test interpretation against the standard. But the non-referent test can be used to improve the instruction in Ghana Education Service. So have it in mind. Then value added assessment focuses on student learning gains in academic year. The answer is very true. The answer is very true. So value added assessment focuses on the student learning gain at the end of the academic year. So have it in mind. These questions keep on repeating all the time in the promotion aptitude test, and it's much of importance that we engage ourselves in this area to help us pass our promotion aptitude test. So if we are dealing with these questions and you're having challenges with your network, you anytime that we end the lesson, I still go around or I still share this link, or you can still pull the live to the beginning, then you take it through till the end of this tutorial. Now, the complexity in school scheduling relate to meeting different needs of students, true or false. We say that the school is very complex. So the complexity in school scheduling relate to meeting the needs of the student. Learners are having difficulties in learning, and the school system is very complex. So the complexity of in school scheduling relate to meeting different needs, different talent, different skill sets of learners. And it's very true. The answer is very true. So the complexity in school scheduling relate to meeting the different needs of the learners. So every learner has a need, or every learner has a challenge. And for the school to be able to um, meet the needs of the student, it is very complex in nature in scheduling to meet all these things. So it is very, very true. Then school needs to restrain from conducting um, community survey. It is very false. So as a teacher or as a school, you need to do a small survey about the community. How do they behave? How do they work towards? Or how do they help their learners? Learners are having challenges in learning. You need, as an institution, as a school, to take a small survey, a small research, small action research to see the challenges or what are some of the things that are bringing the challenges of the learners not able to learn in the school. So schools cannot refrain or restrain from conducting a survey or conducting research in every community. It is very false. So the school need to refrain from conducting community survey. The answer is false. The school can conduct a survey to see why they are facing those challenges in solving the learners' learning needs. So let's look at this question. Newly trained teachers are socialized in order to perpetuate the culture of the school. True or false? I want us to write this answer in the comment section. The newly trained teachers are socialized in order to perpetuate, in order to magnify the the culture of the school, in order to proclaim the culture of the school. True or false? Write it in the comment section now. um I've seen Sandra writing true. The answer is true. The answer is true. As a newly trained teacher, you need, that is why you go through induction in the school. Anytime newly trained teachers come out from college, um a special course is organized for them, that is induction into the system. Then, even in the school, it is the duty of the head teacher to take the newly trained teachers through the culture of the school so that they can be able to adapt into the system. That's why we have induction course anytime that newly trained teachers come out from colleges. They are taken through this course. So most of the district will organize fresh workshop for the newly trained teachers and expose them to the culture of the working environment that they are coming to meet, so that they will be able to cope or adapt into the system to help them work and work perfectly. So newly trained teachers are socialized in order to perpetuate, in order to show the culture of the school. The answer is very true. The answer is very true. So have it in mind. Anytime you come across it, you be able to answer the question very well. Then teachers exercise leadership in school in their own operation. True or false? True or false? Write it in the comment section and let's see if you can get the answer. So teachers exercise leadership in the school in their own operation. True or false? The answer is true, because in every aspect that you work as a teacher, you try to demonstrate leadership. In your classroom, you demonstrate leadership. In outside the classroom, you still demonstrate leadership in every aspect of the teaching and learning or the co-curriculum activities. You demonstrate leadership in your own operation. Everywhere you find yourself, you have to demonstrate yourself as a leader. So it is important that you know this. Then a school is considered efficient if inputs are low and output are high. In situations where you put in or you invest in a lot in the education and you get a low output, it means that that school is not effective, or that school is not considered to be very effective. But the one that is very effective, small output, small inputs, then a bigger output, or a bigger outcome. The little that you help the learners and they are able to produce results, they are able to develop as learners. That is what we mean. So a school is considered effective if inputs are very low and output are very high. So the answer is true. The answer is very true. So now let's look at this question. A consensus in planning increases teachers' sense of ownership in the school improvement effort. True or false? Consensus. You need to build consensus. You need to come to agreement. So if teachers are able to agree on the planning, it means that it will bring a massive improvement in the school. Then, when you go to a certain school where there is disarray in their work, or there's no proper leadership in that school, and everybody does what he or she likes, there's no teamwork, there is no proper coordination, it means that they will have challenges with the improvement of the school. So consensus, when we all come together as a team, we all come together as one, we all come together as colleagues, we all exhibit collegiality among us, then there will be a sense of school increases teachers' sense of improvement effort. So have it in mind. The answer is true. Now, let's look at this question appeared in the 2024 just just aptitude test that was written. This question came in. This question happened. It can be reframed in other way, and you have a challenge with it. Now, the question says, visioning identify the destination. Visioning identify the destination. So when we are talking about visioning, visioning is the long-term plan. Have it in mind that visioning identify the destination, planning provide the goals and strategies to get there. So this question happened in the 2024 aptitude test, and the answer is true. So the visioning is talking about the long-term plan, then or the long-term goal of the institution. Then how do you get there? You need to plan. Planning provide the ways. Planning provide the goals. Then how do you get there? The strategies, the short-term things that you put in place will get you there. So visioning identify the destination, planning provide the goals and strategies to get there. The answer is true. So have it in mind. Then an efficiency as a value affect the social policy. Efficiency as a value affect social policy. The answer is very true. The answer is very true. Now let's test your mind on this question. I don't know whether we're able to get this question right. I hope most of you will get it right. Now let's look at this question. Performance taxes are hands-on activities that require students to demonstrate their ability to perform certain actions. Performance taxes are hands-on activities that require students to demonstrate their ability to perform certain action. True or false? Write the answer now. Set is saying true, yes. Is it hey, Emmanuel is also saying true. The answer is true. So when we say performance tax, let's take example in when you're training learners for football, they need to demonstrate something with their feet, something with their hands. This is performance um, uh, performance tasks that are hands-on activities. Then singing is a hand-on activity. The learner need to perform some action. The learner need to demonstrate some action, demonstrate some abilities in performance of certain action. Like dancing is a hands-on activity. They need to demonstrate this action. They need to show action. They need to portray some actions for you to see that they are actually learning something. So performance taxes are hands-on activities that requires students to show their ability to perform a certain action. So the answer is very true. So have it in mind when you are going to write the promotion aptitude test. And if you meet some of these questions, you'll be able to um, deal with them decisively. Now, Teachers group decision making produce a shared leadership in the school, true or false? Write it in the comment section now. The question says that teachers group decision teachers group decision making produces shared leadership in the school, true or false? This question, the answer is true, because as if we team or we work as colleagues, we team up and we work as colleagues, then we will demonstrate a shared leadership. Nobody knows who is the head, nobody knows who is a subordinate. We all come together as one, then we share ideas, we make decisions together. Then this one, there's leadership in everything that we are doing. So teachers group decision making produces a shared leadership in the school. That's where we have leadership of learning. Leadership of learning. It also comes into play. So the answer is very true. Now let's see some of the questions that we need to do. We have spent about 36 minutes. Let's look at this question if we can have an answer to it. A learning strategy where students learn about a subject through the experience addressing open-ended question is a curriculum based true or false? Let me take the question again. A learning strategy where students learn about a subject through the experience addressing open-ended issues is curriculum based, true or false? I'll leave this question to you to answer it yourself, and I'll come back in the next day to provide the answer for you. The answer is it true or false? Is it true or false? So take it and answer it. We'll come back and provide the answer. The answer is here. I don't want to give everything to you. So someone is saying false. Who is that? Uh, Eunice is saying false. Okay, let me give you the answer. The answer is false. The answer is false. Long Lifelong learning is driven by the goal of achieving educational sustainability. Lifelong learning is driven by the goal of achieving educational sustainability. True or false? The answer is true. Lifelong learning is being driven by a goal of achieving educational sustainability. So have it in mind. Now let's look at this question too. Um, the the school management committee was established to help ensure a greater stakeholder participation in governance at the basic level. True or false? True or false? Let me take the question again. The school management committee um, was established to help ensure greater stakeholder participation in governance at the basic school. True or false? Provide the answer. What is the answer? Is it true or false? So the SMC, was it provided to ensure participation in the school governance at the basic level? Is it true or false? The answer is true. So it is a community-based participation in the governance of the basic education. So the SMC, the SMC now, the SMC and the DIOC, they are bodies that allow community to participate in the governance of basic education. and the second cycle education. So let's say the pre-tertiary education, it is much of importance. So we have um, the the school level, we have the SMC, then the district level, we have the DIOC or the MIOC, then the secondary school, we have the board of governance. The board of governance are um, bodies that allow participation of the community into the governance of the pre-tertiary education. So have it in mind. You may be asked in the promotion exams the local bodies that allow the participation of the community or the um, public into the governance of the pre-tertiary education is the SMC, then we have the DIOC, then we also have the Board of Governance, and sometimes PTA. PTA. PTA is also another local body that allows the community members to get involved in the governance of the school. Then the District Education Oversight Committee um, is to oversee the implementation of the decentralized education system at the district and the sub-district level. True or false? True or false? The District Education Oversight Committee is to oversee the implementation of the decentralized education system at the district and the sub-district level. True or false? The answer is true, because as I mentioned earlier, the DIOC is to see to it that the implementation of the approved policies of the Ministry of Education in collaboration with GS is implemented at the district level and the sub-district level. So it is much of importance that we look at this. Now let's look at this question. I don't know, people will get it right. Everybody will get it right. Write the answer in the comment section. So the reappointment of a teacher who was on the interdiction as a result of disciplinary decision but cleared of all charges is refers to as what? Write the answer in the comment section now. Not true or false. Write the term. Get the term correct. The reappointment of a teacher who was on the interdiction as a result of a disciplinary decision but was cleared all charges is referred to as what? Write it in a teacher who was interdicted and later on was cleared of everything, then was brought back, is known as. So someone is saying reinstatement. Ah, wow, people are learning. That is great. What is the term used for? Um, what is the term used for this one? Is it secondment? Is it incapacitation? Or someone is saying re-engagement? Oh, that is great. Someone is saying reinstatement. That is Abdul Shaku. Okay, okay. Someone is saying reinstatement. What is the term? What is the term for? The term is reinstatement. So when a teacher or a worker of Ghana Education Service is being interdicted for disciplinary issues or misconduct or insubordination in the system, then later on the teacher was cleared all these things that were leveled against him as someone who have done something wrong. Then later on the person was cleared that he didn't do any of these things. If the person has been suspended or interdicted for a very long time, when the person is reinstated back, all the benefit that he was suspended from, all the salary that he was suspended from, interdicted from, he will be paid all, plus all the allowances that he or she is due for. So have it in mind. So the reappointment of a teacher who was on the interdiction as a result of a disciplinary decision but cleared of all charges is referred to as reinstatement. True or false? The answer is true. So have it in mind. Now, tell me if this question is true or false. NASIA is responsible for registration and licensing of new and existing teachers in pre-tertiary education institution. True or false? Question again. NASIA is responsible for registration and licensing of new and existing teachers in pre-tertiary education. Is it true or false? Let me see the answers in the comment section. Seth is saying false. Sandra is saying false. Yes, more. I want to see divergent views. Is people around? Someone is saying, who is this? Florence is saying false. More. Let's go on. Good. Angelina. Is it Angelina? Yes, Angelina Amankwa, right? Okay. False. The answer is false. The responsibility of NASIA is to evaluate, to inspect, and to periodically assess the pre-tertiary institution, both public and private. And most of the time, it is done at the senior high level. I don't see them, or sometimes they go around the basic level, but their focus is mainly on the senior high level. So NASIA, the National School Inspectorate Authority, is not responsible for the registration of registration and licensing of new and existing teachers in the pre-tertiary education. What institution does that? What institution does that? One of the five bodies that were given powers by the um, Education Regulatory Body Act 2020, that is 1023, gave one body to be registering teachers at the same time licensing of teachers in the pre-tertiary education. What institution is that? Write that institution in the comment section now. Write the institution in the comment section, and that is responsible for registration, licensing of newly trained teachers and existing teachers in Ghana Education Service. Write the institution that is responsible for registration of new teachers and existing teachers. Someone is saying NTC, right? That is the correct answer. People are really learning, and it is so. The one that is in charge of registration and licensing of new and existing teachers in the pre-tertiary education institution is the NTC. That is the work of NTC. That is the work of NTC. Please, it is not NDC. Please, it is NTC. Don't go and write NDC there. It is not. It is not a political party. So the answer there is false. So the National School Inspectorate Authority for the registration is responsible for the registration and licensing of new and existing teachers in the pre-tertiary education. The answer is false. So have it in mind. Then Sustainable Development Goal 4. Sustainable Development Goal 4 directly pertain to education. True or false? Write it in the comment section. Is it true or false? Let me see those, the fastest fingers. The fastest fingers will write true or false at the fastest fingers. So Sustainable Development Goal 4 directly pertain to education. True or false? Seth is saying true. More action, more action. So the answer is true. It is when you look at the goal, the 17 goals of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal. The goal 4 is basically talking about education, how education should be mined in every country, and how education should help the people in every country. So the Sustainable Development Goal 4, goal first goal is talking about the hunger, then the fourth one is talking about the education. So a Sustainable Development Goal 4, go and learn something about it. You may meet questions from those areas, and it's much important that you look at it. It is very important. Then the key focus of the education 2030 agenda underline the importance of citizenship education. The key focus of education 2030 agenda underline the importance of citizenship education, true or false. Go and read something about this. You see how contemporary um, issues are coming about these educational policies, international educational policies, or international policies on education. Go and look into it. It is much of importance that you look at them. Then learning for active citizens as a pillar of learning promotes commitment to sustainable human and society and social development. Again, learning for active citizens as a pillar of learning promotes commitment to sustainable human and social development. The answer is true. The answer is true. So, learning for active citizens is a pillar of learning that promotes commitment to sustainable um, human and social development. When we continue to learn, we will develop as um, human beings, and at the same time, socially, we will able to develop our institutions and educational system. So the answer is very true. Then let's look at this question that to um, we need to look at when we meet it in the promotion aptitude test. Analytical thinking is the mental process of carefully evaluating information and determine how to interpret it in order to make a sound judgment, true or false. Again, analytical thinking is the mental process of carefully evaluating information and determine how to interpret it in order to make a sound judgment. So when we are talking about analytical thinking, an information is given to you, you need to think carefully using your mind, then determine what you are going to use that information for, or make value judgment about it. So this answer is very true. Now we are hitting the hour mark and people are still contributing. Someone is writing true. The answer is true. Now the objective of the National Teaching Council is to regulate the teaching profession, true or false. What is the actual work of the NTC, or the National Teaching Council? The the objective of the National Teaching Council is to regulate the teaching profession in Ghana, true or false? The answer is true, because it's looked at the registration of teachers, then um, it looked at the licensing of teachers and regulating the teaching profession in Ghana Education Service. So its work is to regulate the teaching profession in Ghana. The NTC work is to regulate the teaching profession in Ghana. So have it in mind. The answer is true and not false. The National School Inspectorate Authority is headed by the Director General of Ghana Education Service. Is it true or false? Who is the head of the NASIA? Who is the head of the NASIA? Is it the Director General of Ghana Education Service? Um, let's see. Is it true or false? Is it true or false? Let's see your answers there. Is it the NASIA? Is it headed by the Director General of Ghana Education Service? Somebody is writing false. Said this. So who is the head of or what is the head of the NASIA? What is the head of the NASIA? Right, the head of the NASIA or the National School Inspectorate Authority. It is headed by the Director General of Ghana Education Service. No, it is not headed by the Director General of Ghana Education Service. It is headed by their registrar. It is headed by the registrar. It is headed by the registrar, not the Director General of Ghana Education Service. It is head. It is called the registrar. The registrar is the one that head the National School Inspectorate Authority. So have it in mind. Now let's deal with about two questions. Then um, we bring the tutorial to an end. We are almost entering to about an hour now. Now, offering praise to students in class, offering praise to students in class encourages positive behavior. True or false? True or false? If we are offering praise in the class to this is uh, of motivation or reinforcement in the classroom. So when you're offering a praise, you are trying to encourage the student to repeat that positive behavior. The answer is true. This praise is a form of a motivation that is external. Is it extrinsic motivation? Extrinsic motivation. Then we have intrinsic motivation. So praise is a form of reinforcement that encourages the students to put up a positive behavior. So the answer is very true. Then teachers are encouraged to address isolated behaviors issues in managing the class. So if there are issues in the class, you need to isolate those behaviors and solve them or try to find ways of resolving them. So the answer is very true. So punishing the entire class is recommended in instilling discipline in the class. It is false. So sometimes when we get to the classroom and someone has done something wrong and the children are not trying to fish the person out, then we punish the entire class. It is wrong. Try to fish the person out and try positive means of addressing the issue than punishing the whole class. It is very wrong. So punishing the entire class is not recommended in instilling discipline. So this is what we have for you this evening. We shall continue. We have a bunch of true or false questions that we need to deal with them before we go and write the promotion exams. Tomorrow I'll continue with it so that we end these true or false questions. Then we look at other areas that will help us pass the promotion aptitude test. So don't forget to like this video. Then try and support us in these tutorials. Other than that, I'll let me say this. Other than that, I'll go on strike. I'll go on strike. I'll not teach again. That is the lighter notes. The tutorials is free for everybody, but try and contribute your own so that we'll try and bring more of these tutorials to our promotion candidate. I salute you and God bless you for coming this evening and I hope you come back tomorrow and support us, and let's move forward. Thank you. God bless everybody. We shall meet another time. Then someone is saying, please, is there any change in DD aptitude test? Yeah, there's no change. There's no change in it. What you need to do, those who are going to write the DD, what um, exists since 2020 is the same format. You answer question on multiple choice questions, true or false questions. Then you also have a scenario on it, and more to the point, you have to do a fill in. So these abbreviations, try and learn the abbreviations, especially when we are learning and we mention NTC, we mention NASIA, we mention Gallup, we mention um, ESP, that is education strategic plan, and the rest. You need to learn these abbreviations to help you pass your promotion aptitude test. It is much important. Then someone is patient Afi May, is it Manya Mayo? Oh, okay. I don't want to mention some names there. So writing thank you. So God bless everybody. So any challenge that you were having in discussion of this, you can also post it. It is much of important, or write it in the comment section. And more to the point, always check your emails. Some people may ask questions and I'll answer them. They will not go back and look at their email. Always check your emails. Anytime you ask a question on any video, I always give a response to your answers in your emails. So any challenge that you have, make sure that you have your email very active. Always go back to your emails and check, or always go back to the video, the comments in the video, to check whether your answers are being addressed or your challenges are being addressed in that. Please, is there any what any oh, something is covering. Let me bring this. Let me show this. Let me show some of your comments. Please, is there any interview after the was? Please, what was? Please, let me know. Is Please, is there any interview afterwards? Okay, afterwards. No, there's no interview. There's no interview. There's no interview. Please, there's no interview. So have it in mind. There's no interview afterwards. If it is the 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 director too, that we don't know the criteria of interview that they will bring, but after that there's no any other. It says, please clarify this for me. Said, please, what is that? Please say, what is that? Let me show it. Please, the number of division in GS. The number of division in GS. Okay. So we have 4 division plus some units. We have 4 division. Currently we have 4 divisions. 4 divisions. So have it in mind. So 4 divisions plus the unit, making it 6. So have it in mind. If you have any challenge, please voice it out before we go and sleep. Let me take those. If you have any challenge, please says, please, is there? No, I've answered that question. I've answered that question. Please, if you have any, please, is there any change in DDO? I've answered that question. I've answered that question. There's no change in the DD, and the current one that we are coming to write, that we don't know whether they will, but no information has been communicated to us. If then, please Please, is fill in part of the AD1? Let me show this question. Let me show this question. Who is that? That is Emmanuel Adai, right? No, there's no failing in AD1. So from PS to AD1, there's no failing, only multiple choice questions and true or false questions. Please, there is no such the in the PS AD2 and AD1. There's no fail in, only the DD. You can also, please, any news about the portal? They are saying the portal is having a challenge. About 4 days ago, Nat sent me information about it, that they are having. I know many of you have received that message. They are still having challenge resolving um resolving the portal, and it will be recommunicated back to us. Yes, if you have any challenge, give it out. Please don't forget um to share, to contribute to this live tutorials. You come here and share ideas and everything. We are all learning. We are all learners. While you are learning, I'm also learning from you. So always take it that we are all learners. I'm so much grateful to each and everyone. We have spent about 1 hour, 6 minutes. Yeah, Rabbi, Rabbi, right? Okay, let me show you your question. What you were talking about. Please, can you get us some past questions? That one, go to Mr. Boaten's platform. Mr. Boaten is in charge of that one. When you go there, you get a bunch of questions. Bunch of questions are being posted there day in, day out by Mr. Boaten. He's really doing a great job. Mr. Boaten is really doing a great job. So when you go on that platform, if you are not on that platform, you can give me hi on this Momo line that I've put on the screen. I'll share some of the group for you to go and join and enjoy the questions that are being posed there by Mr. Boaten. I and Mr. Boaten are collaborating very well. He provides, or he gives a lot of questions to those who are going to write. Then I also do the tutorials, and we are all collaborating to help you to pass your promotion aptitude test. More questions. If there are no more questions, then we can bring the tutorial to a close. If you have if you don't have any challenge, if we can end the tutorials, then tomorrow we'll come back again with more questions again. So anytime we are doing the tutorial, try to note something down, something that you don't understand, note it down. Then after that, I'll open the floor for you to air your challenges or your your grievances. Please, my documents were only passport picture and appointment letter. For what? For the promotion. For the promotion, let me know. For the promotion, if it is about the promotion, let me know. Let me know. That is Adamu Latifa, right? It says, please, my documents were only passport picture and um, appointment letter. Have you gone on promotion? If you have gone on promotion, means that you need to add your promotion, your last promotion letters. It is very important. But if you have not gone on promotion and it's only those things that you are talking of, then that is what you're supposed to upload on. It says yes. If you have gone on, you need to use the promotion, your last promotion letter, um, then or your upgrading letter or your appointment letter, your passport size picture is also much important that you need to upload on the promotion aptitude test. More questions. Are we having more questions? If you don't have more questions, then we need to sleep. Someone is saying, thank you so much. That is Xavier. I'm most grateful. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you for sharing your lesson with us. I'm most grateful. Please kindly add me to that platform. That is why I'm saying pick this number. Pick this number on the screen. Then send me hi. That is Yaya Rabbi. Pick this number and send me hi on the WhatsApp. Then I'll able to share um, uh, and indicate the rank that you want to be on, so that we'll put you on the platform so that you'll be part of us. It is so much important that you do that. Then, if there's no question, then let's call it off, or let's bring the whole kabudo to an end, or let's the dice settle and at this time. I'm most grateful. Come tomorrow. Please don't forget to contribute your, so that we will come and share ideas together. It's most important. We need, anytime we make about an hour video, the data that we consume, it is not easy. That is an avenue that we can all come together and share ideas. Then someone is saying, uh, Azuma is saying, Azuma, Azuma, Azuma is Azuma is saying, um, please, please, your name on the Momo. My name on the Momo is Agromekwajo, Agromekwajo, Agrome. Then you add Kwajo to it. That is the Momo name on this line. You can send your Yaya Rabbi. Say thank you so much. Yaya, please send your contribution so that we'll continue to discuss. Someone is saying, God bless you. Who is that? Thank you so much, sir. I'm most grateful. That is MF. I'm most grateful. Grateful for this this what, let me show it on the screen. Let me show it. I'm grateful for this opportunity. Thank you so much too. I'm also grateful for what you have done, what you have shown. I'm most grateful. So can we call it those who I will do that. Okay, okay, yeah, yeah, I'll do that. Those who want us to end, write yes in the comment section, then we'll bring the curtains to an end. Those who want us to end for today's lesson, if you don't have any problem, those who want us to end, write yes in the comment section so that we'll bring this issue or this tutorials to an end. Those who want us to end, you can raise up your hand. You can raise up, or you can write yes. Write yes, and let's end this today's lesson. I'm super grateful to your support. I'm super grateful for your contribution this evening. I'm so much enthused with your support. God bless you. Yes, Florence said we should end it. So thank you. God bless you. Come tomorrow. 7:45, and we'll continue with what we are doing. Have a nice night and a good night too. Bye bye.